At the Pensacola Bay Baptist Association, we long to see healthy churches. That's really what drives us. To help us get that framework, those handles on what is a healthy church, we set up 12 characteristics of a healthy church just with some metrics in order to guide churches in that healthy direction. One of those 12 characteristics is biblical fellowship. Biblical fellowship is that life on one another. All throughout Scripture, you see these one another statements throughout. Love one another, serve one another. They're just all throughout the life of the followers of Jesus Christ as they're living in the community. God does not want us as the church to live in isolation, but rather for us to that spur one another on towards love and good deeds. And so, in your church, how's your fellowship doing? You know, often people say, well, when guests comes, they're just looking for a friendly church. Our church is friendly. The fact is, people just aren't looking for a friendly church. They're looking for friends. And so it's key to evaluate, do we have a place where people are easily making friends? And so let me encourage you just to think through these three areas as you're on that path towards biblical fellowship. One is to evaluate. Sit back and look. How well are we making friends? Or is there a side door where people are coming in, checking us out, and then quickly going? Often it says that people need to make 7 good relationships before they really feel connected. And so evaluate. Are people hanging out together, talking to each other, spurring one another on, interacting in person and online? Evaluate. And the next after that is emulate. The church is not going to go any higher than its leaders, and so as a pastor, a leader in your church, you need to set the example for fellowship, encouraging each other, spending time with other people, whether it's online, over a meal, whatever it might be. Give the example of biblical fellowship. And then third, after evaluate and emulate, is to encourage. Say it. Church, we need to be a friendly place. Set the example with your words. Number 2 is to do it, to even staff it. Put a person or a couple people in charge of kind of maintaining and evaluating and pushing forward that level of fellowship in your church. Evaluate, emulate, and encourage. Stay on this for a while. You'll have a great biblical fellowship church in order to make friends. This is just one of the 12 characteristics of a healthy church. For more information on this characteristic or other characteristics, contact us here at the PBBA or visit us online at pbbassociation.org/healthy church or pop the hood.